Why these tornadoes are so deadly? They're tropical tornadoes. They're associated with a tropical storm. These spin-ups are fast and they do not last long.
Rebounding with a chance to hit 91 at Old Orchard Beach. So absolutely beautiful out there. If you can see a live look right now ahead of what will be a very humid day. We can see the fog lingering in Rockland right now, in Greenville, as well as in Portland. We are clearing out, but it is still very muggy out there. Portland, a level 2 out of 5 threat for severe storms on Thursday. So in association with these systems, we want you to keep in mind that we will see some impacts, gusty winds being the biggest concern with these severe storms.
As of right now, this storm is still very fast moving. It is barreling its way into Georgia right now.
Some of the conditions I think a lot of families are excited about.
Yeah, we're looking ahead to a pretty beautiful weekend here in Portland. The sun making its return, maybe a little bit of rain on Sunday, but an overall beautiful weekend ahead.
We can dodge a sprinkle. That's fine.
Yeah, we can handle it.
Not too bad.
NOAA has predicted the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season to be above average, with the possibility between 13 to 19 named storms. On average, we tend to see about 14 here in the Atlantic. We're looking at 6 to 10 hurricanes and 3 to 5 major hurricanes, and clouds, some rain moving over us. However, we do have the chance for that to clear out later on as we progress throughout the day. So we'll have those AM showers, a cloudy afternoon. Extreme heat warnings across the United States, as well as heat advisories here in Maine. We have the potential to reach temperatures in the upper 90s, and in some areas record breakings in the hundreds. So it's important to keep in mind today that if you're going to be outside, you should stay cool, you should stay hydrated, check in on your neighbors, check in on your pets, check in on your friends. This is just a day to stay weather aware and prepare yourself for the heat because it's going to be intense. Relief should come later this week, but let's just make it through the day. Except up in the mountains, where we do start to see some scattered showers ahead of this cold front that's going to come sweeping through. So behind the cold front that's going to come through this afternoon is when we'll start to see that severe storm start to fire up.
Good evening, Athens, Georgia. My name is student meteorologist Hanna Medler, and I'm coming to you with your current conditions and forecast for Athens. Beautiful skies and a beautiful day here in the classic city. Not a cloud to be seen. 74 in Athens right now, and this is just a little bit warmer from what we tend to see this time of year. In November, we tend to see highs sticking in the upper 60s. About 68 is our average for the day, but we have seen temperatures just a bit warmer, but we do have an upper level pattern shift coming. So we're going to see temperatures drop below average in the next 6 to 10 days. So those highs, well, they won't be in the 60s, but we'll talk about that more in a little bit, because tonight we'll be dropping down into the 40s with a low of 40 degrees here in Athens. Skies remaining clear, and as we move into tomorrow, we can see those conditions persist. We'll have clear skies, but we won't be getting quite up into the 70s. We'll be reaching a high of 71 degrees here in Athens. So staying clear, looking bright, but next chance for rain is in sight. We can see that we have a level 1 risk for severe thunderstorms on Friday as we move into Saturday. Heavy rain and strong gusts being the primary concern as these bands make their way across Georgia. So we can see that at Friday at about 8 p.m., those clouds up ahead of these storm systems will start to push through over from Alabama. The first round of those storms can be seen around 12 a.m. on Saturday in North Georgia. We can start to see this convection firing up. And as this front comes sweeping across, we'll see strong, severe gusts of wind as well as heavy downpours. So this is something to keep in mind, especially if you're an early morning commuter on Saturday. And as we make our way out throughout Saturday, we'll see those bands move through fast. No lingering rain, no long-term downpours. That's something to keep in mind, but your rest of the Saturday is looking nice and clear. And as we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we can see that after Saturday, Sunday is looking clear. We do have our highs beginning to taper off into the 50s as we look ahead towards next week. On Tuesday, we have your Veterans Day looking bright and sunny. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is student meteorologist Hanna Medler, and go Dogs.